I am a seasoned traveler and I still suffer from anxiety when I travel. Don't pack at the last minute, which obviously helps you decrease your anxiety. Hello Explorers, Kid Explorer here, and today I'm going to talk to you about traveling solo and having anxiety. There are a lot of different anxieties you can get when you travel, and more so when you travel solo. You can get it in any travel scenario. You can get anxiety in any scenario outside of travel. But take for example, for me, I get anxiety. And there are a few times that I've had anxiety I can remember. The first time I traveled abroad, I was actually boarding a flight for work to China. And it was the first time I had ever flown that far. It was 2014, I believe. And as soon as I got to the gate, I just got so anxious, so nervous. Now then I didn't really know how to tackle my anxiety. But then fast forward to 2020, I was getting ready to go to Bermuda during the pandemic. It was my first international flight after the pandemic started, and I was like, oh my gosh, the night before I got so anxious. So I am a seasoned traveler and I still suffer from anxiety when I travel. So today I'm going to give you 7 different ways to help conquer and subside your anxiety when you travel solo. So let's get into it. So the first thing, choose your destination wisely. So I say this because 1, you want to choose a destination that's going to feel safe for you. Safety is kind of a feeling and kind of a fact, because some people make up in their mind like, oh, this destination isn't safe, when in actuality it's probably safer than where they live. Because I get that a lot when I travel, that somewhere that I'm going isn't safe, but yet at home isn't safe. But anyway, that's a different discussion. So you want to go somewhere that it feels safe to you and actually has great safety ratings. With that said, make sure you do your research. Make sure you research the place that you're going so you can learn about what to expect when you go there, learn about its safety, learn about how they treat women, and all those different things. So do your research, know what you're going to do when you go to that destination, and decide if that destination is right for you to travel solo as a female. All right, the next thing that you should consider is to arrive early. And I mean arrive early to catch your flight. It's the main thing I mean by arrive early. So I am notorious for getting to the airport late. I've been doing better in recent years because of the pandemic. There's a lot to consider when you travel now. And plus now I go to the lounge, so I will get there a little bit earlier. But when you get to the airport late, which I have done, it gets your adrenaline pumping. Yeah, you may forget what's going on in your mind, but at the end of the day, it's just going to boost up the anxiety, because now you're going to worry about, am I going to make my flight? So on top of the other things that you're thinking about. So make sure you arrive early so you don't have to deal with those anxious feelings and adding on to it. Number 3, reach out to people who have traveled to that destination solo. So you may want to join some travel solo groups for females. You can go in those groups, you can search the group to see if anyone has talked about that destination. And if they have not, or they're not giving you the information you need, you can post a question in the group to kind of get a feeling from people similar to you in your situation that can give you feedback on what it means to travel solo there. They can also tell you what to expect if you still plan to go, but getting something or getting information from firsthand experience is always nice, and also helps you calm your anxiety. Okay, number 4, make sure you get enough rest. So, I mean, the day before you get ready to travel, make sure you go to bed early. Don't pack at the last minute. Make sure you get some rest. Make sure while you're on the trip, you get adequate rest, because this allows for you to just make sure your body feels good before you go out. It helps you ease your mind, relax your mind when you get enough rest. Because when you don't get enough rest, you're cranky and grumpy because you are sleepy. And then you never know, you may end up oversleeping because your body crashes. So getting enough rest helps subside some of your anxious feelings. All right, we are getting down this list. So number 5, plan ahead. When you travel solo, it's important to actually plan out your itinerary, because it is good to give someone your itinerary so they know where you're going to be at when you're traveling solo. But when you plan ahead, you also know what you're going to do when you get there. And even though you're always going to have something that goes different from your plan, planning ahead helps you avoid as many surprises as possible. So if you plan ahead, you have your itinerary, you know you're on this day, you're going to do this, this, and this. You're able to mentally prepare in advance that you're going to do these things and be around these people or go to these places or be gone for this long. Being able to have some expectation of what's going to happen also helps you relieve some of your anxious feelings. Okay, number 6, check in with someone. So maybe the person you gave your itinerary to, maybe check in with them on a daily basis. You can send a text message, you can call, you can send an email, but just checking in with someone that you're familiar with helps you just kind of get back into a familiar state, helps relax your mind, helps you tell stories of what happened. It just makes you laugh and just feel comfortable with someone that you are really familiar with, which obviously helps you decrease your anxiety for a time period. And lastly, number 7, pack things that will help you feel more secure. So for example, make sure your travel backpack has anti-theft locks. So now you don't have to really worry. I mean, obviously people can still break into your bag, right? But it's not a full concern that someone is just gonna outright pickpocket you. Or maybe you can find some different things. Obviously mace isn't everywhere. You can't take that everywhere. But look up things that you can take to help you feel more secure. So if that is one of your anxieties about walking around a place that you don't know, take some things that will help you feel more secure, feel more safe. But make sure you do your research, because in a lot of countries or different countries allow different things. Obviously an anti-theft bag is allowed everywhere, but things when it comes to mace may not be allowed in different places. So just do your research and take what you can. So Explorers, I hope you enjoyed these 7 different ways to help ease your anxiety when you travel solo, especially traveling solo as a female. So if you have any questions, make sure you leave that down below, and make sure there are questions related to this topic. So leave that down below in the comment box. If you have any comments or things that you do to help ease your anxiety, leave that down in the comment box as well. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Yes. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. It's free and it helps out my channel, and it helps me provide more and better content to you in the future. And speaking of that, on Monday, I have a special video coming out with my friend Jade. We actually did a Black History Month montage thing of Atlanta. So make sure you check that out. So make sure you're tuned in so you can check out that video and more videos to come. And on my channel, I talk about all things travel, photography, and the environment. And lastly, make sure you share this video with your friends, family, and your social media networks. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day or night wherever in the world you are. Bye.